He said, all right, all right. He said, but what about, look up in the choir stand. He said, I see a man, he keep going like this. What does that mean? What's that all about? I said, oh, that's Brother Brown. You don't know Brother Brown. About 6 years ago, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. They said he had 2 months to live. They called it too late. He went and took his money out the bank, and he got 2 specialists, and they told him the same thing. They said, nothing we can do for you. It's all over. But I remember it was Friday night. He came to prayer meeting. He got on his knees, and he called on God. He said, you're a doctor that never lost a patient. There's more healing in the hem of your garments than any pharmacy in town. If it be your will, you'll make a way for me. And that was 6 years ago, and he's still here. And every time we open the church, he's praising him and thanking him because God made a way for him. He said, well, wait, before you go in the pulpit, I got one more I got to ask you. That lady on the 3rd row on the left, she's tilted to the side and she keeps jumping up and down like this. He said, what's that all about? He said, well, I told him, I said, let me tell you about that lady. Her and her husband had a successful business. They did so well, they bought a house in the suburbs. They bought a brand new Cadillac a piece every year. But one morning, she woke up, and her husband had walked out. He walked out with her daughter from another marriage. They had a baby on the side. She was left in that house with a little girl and a little boy. She had to raise them 2 by herself. She ended up losing the house. She ended up losing the car. She ended up losing everything. They cut the lights out. She finally took the little girl and little boy and moved back to the ghetto. When they got in the ghetto, she had to put them in the worst schools, and they grew up among kids selling dope and shooting and killing and doing all kind of vile things. But she kept telling them, don't worry, there is a God that'll make a way for you. She said, Lord, if you just take care of my children, I'll serve you the rest of my life. She gave up on her life, but prayed just for that little girl and that little boy. And she watched them grow up and go to college and be somebody. That's why she jumps like that. I said, the reason I know her story is because I'm her little boy. I know the Lord. I know the Lord. I know the Lord. I know him for myself. He walks with me. He talks with me. He tells me that I'm his own. He been food when I was hungry. He been water when I was thirsty. He's my rock, my sword and shield, my wheel, my wheel, my wheel. In the middle of the wheel, he's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. He woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Yes, 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 yes. In my life, I've had to cry sometime. In my life, I walked alone sometime. I've been lied on, cheated, talked about. I've been mistreated. I've been up. I've been down. I've been leveled to the ground. I've been stabbed. I've been prosecuted. But through it all, through it all, through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, through it all, I've learned to depend on his word. He'll make a way. He'll make a way. He'll make a way. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, 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 yes. I know, Bishop, in the years since I've been here, every once in a while, you may read something in the newspaper about some controversy I'm in, and you might worry about me, but don't worry about Sharpton, Bishop. Though the storms keep on raging in my life, and sometimes it's hard to tell the night from the day, I keep my eyes on that place He has prepared for you and me. So even if the storms keep raging, even if the winds keep blowing in my life, don't worry about Sharpton. My soul is anchored in the Lord. My soul is anchored in the Lord.